All right, you guys, welcome back. Good afternoon. I hope your day is going well. If you joined us earlier for morning mindfulness, thanks for coming back for a second dose. If you have never joined or this video is new to you, welcome. This is something new that Easterseals and the Neurological Rehab Adult Day program is offering to you guys. So it's an afternoon class that is focusing on strength and endurance. So we've been doing our morning mindfulness since March, I think. Um, every morning at 10 o'clock, focusing on breath work, gentle stretching, meditation. And this class is a little different, right? We're aiming to pick up the energy a little bit, work in some more repetitions, a little bit more speed. And yeah, just focus a little bit more on strength and endurance versus stretching. So you got to have both, right? You got to have the strength with the mobility. And so this is just a second offering to you guys. So hopefully you're enjoying it. I'm loving any comments you guys have or any feedback. We are open. But yeah, this is just a class that we're trying to have fun with, trying to keep moving and kick the energy up a little bit. So I will go ahead and read the little bit that I have for today. So it's a little quote. It says, "Human beings are simply energy in motion. It is difficult to separate the difference between moving and living. Human beings are simply energy in motion. It is difficult to separate the difference between moving and living." And I love this. I think it totally embodies what we are as humans, whether it's an outward physical motion or the internal movement that's constantly happening, right? The breath in our lungs or the blood within our veins and our arteries, right? Blinking, talking, swallowing, all of that requires movement. And so with this class, we're just trying to continue to focus on the importance of moving your physical body, moving your energetic body, right? Trying to get that blood flowing, get that energy stirred up. So hopefully that resonates with you guys. Want to make another point. All of these exercises are all chair based, right? We want to make sure that your safety, your stability, that's top priority. But I also want to welcome you to modify however it feels best for you. If you are comfortable and safe standing and you want to do some of these exercises, that's okay. If you need a little bit more support, whether you're on the chair or on the floor, again, feel free to modify so that you're listening and honoring your body and really making sure that safety is top priority. We don't want any added injury. There shouldn't be any pain that's caused here. We're just trying to get the blood flowing, move the body in a positive, rehabilitative way, and have some fun with it. So welcome, you guys. Thanks for joining, and we'll go ahead and get started. All right. Oh, and if I didn't mention my shirt, take a hike, right? Just another form of movement, but maybe it's a hike around your apartment or just to the front door. If you have the opportunity to be outside, of course, feel free to take that. But just to encourage a little bit of movement here and have some fun with it. So come on to your starting position. I always like to start in a stable posture, feet flat, knees bent here, hips heavy, feeling really safe and secure on the seat beneath you. And then feel your spine get nice and long and sit up tall. Before we begin, I am going to take a sip of water and give you my water PSA. Make sure you guys stay hydrated, right? It's still super hot out there. We've got some poor air quality with the fires going on. And as you start to move your body a little faster, strengthening those muscles, you really need to make sure you stay hydrated, right? So humans are mostly made up of water, so we got to continue to replenish that. Okay, and then with all movement, I like to start with a couple deep breaths here. So really focus on clearing the breath out, maybe clearing any heat or crud that's lingering. So inhale, take a nice cleansing breath, pull the breath in, open mouth, exhale, let it go. Awesome, couple more, just like that. Deep breath in, fill the belly, fill the chest. Exhale, open mouth, let it all go. Nice job, you guys. Last one, deep cleansing breath in. Open mouth, clearing breath out. Awesome job, you guys. You are doing so, so good. I'm going to continue with the playlist that we had yesterday. I don't think I posted it today, but I'll go back and edit, so we'll make sure that you have it. It is I think it was the Family Fun Road Trip Family Road Trip on Spotify. So I'll repost it again. We'll just keep up with those tunes and keep having a good time. All right, you guys, from that starting position, we're going to start to warm up our spine here and just begin by dropping and lifting the chin. Nice job, you guys. Start to get a little motion here in the neck, the spine. Now, I kind of aim for 10 reps, but I also get distracted by the music or giving you guys cues. So just do whatever feels best in your body and try to keep it moving. Awesome job. Keep that breath going, slow and steady. And I know we're well over 10 already, so go ahead, come back towards center. Awesome work, you guys. I also want to remind you that while I'm giving these suggestions and offering cues, still make sure you're honoring your body in whatever pace that you need, right? If you only want to do 5 slow reps or pick it up a little bit and maybe do 20, totally up to you. Just make sure you're listening to what your body's telling you and stay safe. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and go side to side now with the head. So dropping the ear down to the shoulder and switch. Awesome. Keep it going. Side to side with the head, warming up the neck muscles. Keep that breath moving. It's so important to bring oxygen to all the cells, all the muscles. Nice job, you guys. Let's go ahead and do one more on each side. Awesome. And then come back to center. So, so good. You guys are doing great already. Way to start it off strong. All right, let's go ahead and move into our shoulders here. We're going to do some shoulder rolls. So drawing the shoulders up to the ears and back down again. Up to the ears and back down again. Nice job, you guys. Keep that moving. Just start to stir up and release any holding that's in the shoulders and the neck. Make sure to go both directions, evening out the rotation here. And just letting it feel nice and juicy, right? It should feel good, releasing any tension, not causing any pain. Awesome job, you guys. All right, go ahead, come on back to that starting position. Bring your feet flat here, legs are rooted, rounding into the floor beneath you. And then let your arms be heavy here. You want to relax the shoulders. Maybe rest your hands here on your thighs. And now this next one, we're going to focus on engaging all the muscles in the front here. So our abdominals, our pec muscles, everything in the chest and the neck. And we're going to round everything forward as we squeeze all those muscles together. And then relax, come on back to seated. Nice, round everything forward, pull the muscles in front of you, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And come on back up. Now you might be feeling a stretch in the back of your body. That's okay. That's just going to be kind of a reciprocal action for what we're doing, right? If we're pulling everything forward here, it's going to open up in the back. And as long as it doesn't hurt, that's okay, right? We really want to focus on engaging the muscles, and it's totally understandable that the muscles in the back are going to open up a little wide. There we go. All right, guys, I think our playlist might be repeating itself, but that's okay. Some of these songs are worth repeating, like Willie Nelson, On the Road Again. Awesome job. Let's do one more for good measure here, guys. So good. Really awesome, you guys. You should start to feel the front of your body buzzing. Muscles are starting to be engaged. Energy is flowing. All right, now we're gonna focus on the back of our body. And again, we're focusing on engaging those muscles, really lighting them up and squeezing everything together. Because we're working in the back, you might feel an opening and a stretching in the front of the body. That's okay. Again, it's just that side effect of working the opposite side of the body, so then the front is naturally going to react. All right, so if you have hand rests on your chairs, go ahead and place them. Place your hands right on those armrests. You can also grab a hold of the chair beneath you, or you can grab a hold of the seat back behind you, right? So what we want to do is squeeze all those muscles together, feel the shoulder blades come together, the head gently pull back, feel your lumbar spine engage, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze everything on the back body, and then softly release. Nice job, you guys. Let's go ahead, pull it together, squeeze all the muscles on the back body, and relax, let it go. Awesome work, you guys. Keep it going. Engage all the muscles on the back side, lighting everything up, and relaxing. So good, you guys. Keep it going. Squeeze everything in, and let go. We're about halfway through. Keep it moving. Moving at your pace, whether you need to speed it up or slow it down. Keep that breath flowing. Anytime there's restriction in the breath, you want to modify what you're doing, right? Or maybe just take a break, reset, and then start back up again. Nice work. Let's do one more here, you guys. Pull everything together. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And relax. Let it go. So good. I'm going to go ahead and take a sip to hydrate here. And then let's take a clearing breath to reset. So as we start to build up a little bit of heat here, we want to make sure we're flushing all that out and keeping our body temperature nice and cool. Inhale through the nose. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Awesome job, you guys. I also want to take a second just to remind you that it is totally normal if your heart rate starts to rise a little, or maybe you're getting a little warm, starting to perspire. That's totally normal when you start to focus on strength and endurance, but it's also really important to make sure that you're monitoring that. If all of a sudden you notice you get too hot or a little dizzy or lightheaded, slow down or even take a break, right? You want to push yourself, but within reason. Okay, so really make sure you're monitoring those vital signs. If you feel your blood pressure, take it up a notch. Maybe just take a couple calming breaths. So keep moving, but safely. All right, you guys, you're doing so good here. We are going to switch on to the arms and the hands here. So moving a little bit more into the shoulders, elbows, wrists, and fingers, really getting into all the upper extremity here. So again, we'll come back to our starting position. Really important to have your hips heavy, grounding down, and then sitting up nice and tall. Always a couple options with the hand grip. So you can take fingers in between one another. You can take a cupped grip, so hands clasping over one another. You can utilize the strength of one arm to assist the other as you lift. And then of course, you can always just raise one arm here. So wherever you're at, honor your body. This should feel good. Your body should feel like it's flushing some energy out here, and stay safe. All right, go ahead, come to that hand grip of your choice, and then as you breathe, start to lower and lift. We're lifting those arms up and lowering them back down. Nice job, you guys. Flexion overhead, extension as you release. Flexion overhead, extension as you release. Nice job. And maybe you're at a different level, right? Perhaps you're not quite overhead, or you're just trying to get those hands up off the lap. It's all within the range, and it's all perfect. So it doesn't have to look like the next person, or it doesn't exactly have to look like what I'm doing. Just continue to feel into your body and keep that breath moving. Nice job, you guys. And again, keep it it nice and slow as you lower those arms. Awesome job. Let's do one more and then hold those arms up overhead. And now we're gonna go side to side here. So just further loosening up the shoulder girdle, feeling a nice stretch through the armpits and the shoulder joint. Also getting the core engaged a little here. So good, you guys. Keep it smooth and steady. Keep that breath moving. Nice job. Come on back through center, and as you exhale, slowly, slowly lower those arms down. Want to make sure we protect those joints. Even though we're moving a little faster, we don't want any of the movements to be sharp or cause any pain. Okay, so now we are going to move on to bicep curls. Let's go ahead and close this real quick. Okay, just checking on the time, making sure we're doing good. All right, so we're gonna focus on motion here at the elbow. So it's flexion as you pull forward, extension as you release back. Flexion as you pull forward, extension as you release back. Now again, you have the same couple of hand grip options. So fingers either in between one another, hands cupped over one another, assisting one arm with the other, or just raising one hand at a time. Okay, so I'm going to turn to the side here. Good. And then if you're able to, just allow your arms to be heavy down by your side. If maybe they're resting on a table or a flat surface, you can move the arms in that motion. But go ahead, take the hand grip of your choice, and then draw the hands into your chest and relax back down. Draw the hands into the chest and relax back down. Nice job, you guys. Really feel those biceps engage, squeezing the muscles as you lift the hands up, and then pulling on the triceps as you lower. So good, you guys. And keep in mind, anywhere in this range is okay, right? Maybe you're only bringing them about to chest level and lowering. That's all right. Wherever you're at, breathe into it, feel into sensation, and keep that breath moving. Awesome job, you guys. So great. You're doing good. Got a little Van Morrison singing about a brown-eyed girl. I am a brown-eyed girl. I'll take that song. All right, you guys, keep it moving, keep it flowing, doing so, so good. Last one, pull those hands up into the chest and then slowly, slowly release. Awesome work, you guys are doing great. Okay, I'm gonna take a sip of water before I come closer to the camera. Okay. So these next couple, I just want to be a little closer to you guys so that you can really see what we're doing over here. All right. So no different. We are going to have the same different hand options, right? So either fingers in between, cupped over one another, or maybe you're just utilizing one hand to do this next activity. And so what we're going to do here is pronation and supination. Pronation is palm down. Supination is palm up, and you're rotating here at the forearm, right? So pronation is palm down, supination is palm up. Awesome job. Just like that, focusing on the rotating here in the forearm. Maybe you're helping to assist with the other hand, or maybe you're using both hands, right? And you're just going to cup those hands over one another, maybe intertwine the fingers, and just get a nice rotation side to side here. Up and down, back and forth, however you want to call it. Just get the rotation in the forearms, taking the palms, alternating their turn down. Nice job, you guys. Doing so great. We got some John Mayer in the background. It's a good day. All right, awesome, awesome job. Go ahead, shake out those hands, wrists, forearms. Maybe give yourself a little bit of a rest there in between. All right, so the next one that we're gonna work on is flexion and extension at the wrist, right? So flexion is coming forward, extension is going backwards. Flexion and extension. Awesome job. And now you're really just trying to focus on the wrist here. You don't want the elbow or the shoulder getting involved. It's just isolating this little wrist motion. Good. Maybe you're using one hand to assist. Or maybe your fingers are intertwined. Or your hands are cupped. Right? Lots of different options here, whether you're doing it with both hands or just one. And again, the full range isn't what's important. You know, you want to stay within a range that feels comfortable. There should be no pain with any of this. But just trying to get whatever you can moving. Nice job, you guys. All right, go ahead, shake out those hands, let it go. So good. All right, so the next one that we are going to do is finger opposition, right? So taking our thumb pad to each pad of those fingers. So we'll start with the pinky, squeeze the thumb pad into the pinky, and then release. Squeeze the thumb into the pinky, and release. That was ring finger, sorry. And then middle finger, and release, and pointer finger. Nice. I think sometimes we do forget about like all the little tiny muscles we have in our fingers. And it's not until they get damaged or something happens and you're unable to use them that you might realize how important they are. So this activity is really good trying to get those tiny little finger muscles working. Focus on dexterity, you know, picking things up, fixing your hair, putting on earrings, all of those things. So we'll keep going. Thumb to pinky here and release. Thumb to ring finger, release. Thumb to middle finger, release. Thumb to pointer finger, release. So good, you guys. Now if you're doing it with both hands, same thing. Maybe at the same time, thumb to pinky, let it go. Thumb to ring, let it go. Thumb to middle, let it go. Thumb to pointer, let it go. Awesome. And now maybe you're using one hand to assist the other, right? So still bringing thumb to pinky, let it go. Thumb to ring finger, let it go. Thumb to middle, let it go. And thumb to pointer, let it go. Nice job, you guys. Wherever you're at, let's do probably one more round here. So thumb to pinky, thumb to ring, thumb to middle, and thumb to pointer. Woo, and release, let it go. That can really start to get the fingers and the hands going, so feel free to shake them out. Maybe just open and release. If you're able to, go ahead and maybe massage that hand a little, just giving it a little bit of love and a bit of a reset, right? Okay, guys, we're doing so good. We have one last one for the fingers and for the hands. So we are simply going to clench, I say simply, right? Always easier said than done, but clench those fists in, squeeze, 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 and then open. Nice. Clench the fists, squeeze everything together, and open. So good, you guys. Keep that going. Know that you can maybe just do it with one hand if that's where you're at today. Open it up, squeeze everything together, open up. Nice job, you guys. Maybe you're using the other hand to assist too, right? So pulling everything in and then opening up. Pulling everything in, opening up. Pulling everything in, opening up. Nice job, you guys. Couple more just like this. Nice. Keep it going. Make sure that breath is still moving. Hand muscles are no different. They got to get their oxygen too. Awesome job, you guys. Let's do one more just like that. Squeeze, 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 and release. Whew. Nice work, you guys. Go ahead, shake that out a little bit. Maybe massage the hands out. Just give them a little bit of a break and a reset. Awesome work. I'm gonna head back to our starting position, take a sip of water, and then we'll start with legs and core. So give yourself a break here, maybe take a breath, hydrate if you need to. All right, you guys. Ooh, I think we got a little Sunny and Cher here. Cheers to them. All right, let's go ahead and take a breath here to reset before we start with legs and core. Inhale through the nose. Open mouth, exhale, let it all out. Awesome work, you guys. All right, for these next several, we are starting to move our larger muscles. So you really want to make sure you're breathing with this, bringing enough oxygen in. If at any point you get short of breath or a little tired or maybe a little winded, slow it down, maybe take a pause and reset with the breath, okay? Let's be safe, but also have fun. All right, so the first one we're gonna start with is extension and flexion here at the knees. So to extend the leg, we want to squeeze the quadriceps here and straighten that leg as best as possible, right? So bringing your toes in the direction of the ceiling. Maybe they only come about here or here. Wherever you're at within that arc, really focus on squeezing the quad and let it go. Nice, and then we'll switch sides, squeeze those thigh muscles, get them really engaged, and relax. Awesome job, you guys. Just start alternating here from side to side, doing the best that you can. If you want, and if that's where you're at today, you can also just focus on one leg. Maybe you're only squeezing the left side. Wherever you're at, keep that breath moving. Nice job, you guys. Doing so good. You look great out there. Oh, and I forgot to discuss that you have a couple options with your spine here, right? So I'm sitting upright. That's getting the core the most engaged and activated. However, if you need a little support, you can grab onto the seat beneath, or you can take your spine back so that it's resting on the chair. Still keeping the core engaged, keeping everything active, but that's going to give you a little extra support as you focus on the legs. Awesome work, you guys. Keep it going. We're well past 10. That always is my goal, and then we start chatting, but we're doing good. All right, last one, each side. And go ahead and rest it out, right? If you need to take a couple of breaths or another sip of water, just notice where you're at in your legs and the rest of your body and make the adjustments as you need. All right, we are going to step it up a notch with that one. So what we want to do here is go back to that straight leg position, but then now we're going to start with small circles at the hip here, right? Full expression is leg extended, circles at the hip, and then maybe circles at the ankle too. And we've got the Beach Boys kicking in, right? Wouldn't it be nice? All right, if you need a break, you can always bring that leg down and rest. You have the same options with the spine. You can sit up nice and tall, maybe hold on to the chair, or relax your spine back as you rotate that leg. Make sure you switch directions at some point, going in both directions. If you're sitting upright and you just need a little bit of a lighter load, you can bend at the knee, right? You're going to use a little less force, with basically a shorter leg, if you will, because that knee is bent. Nice job, you guys. Keep it going. Keep that breath moving. Take breaks as you need. The goal is, again, about 10 rotations in each direction. Nice work, you guys. Go ahead, keep that breath moving. Give that leg a little bit of a rest. And then we'll switch sides. All right, so let's go ahead and bring that left leg straight out as best as you can. And then start to rotate. Going in one direction for about 10. And then maybe getting that ankle involved. And making sure to go in the opposite direction for about 10 cycles as well. Good, and again, same options. Maybe you shorten the leg here by bending the knee. Maybe you give your spine a little support by leaning back. Lots of different options here. Just make sure you modify it to your needs. Awesome work, you guys. Finish it out. A couple more rotations here. So, so good. All right, go ahead. Bring those legs down. Give them a little bit of rest. And just check in. How you feeling? Doing okay? You a little too warm? If so, take a little bit of a breather. Have some water. Make sure that you're tuning in and checking in on yourself while we stay moving. All right, you guys, doing so good. We're gonna give the big muscles a break here, and we're gonna move into our feet and our ankles. So I'm gonna turn to the left here. And what we wanna do now is focus on heel raises, right? So we're pushing our toes down into the floor, push, 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 and lift the heels up. And then lower. Push into the floor, lift the heels, and lower. Nice job, you guys. Keep that moving. And again, you've got several options here. Maybe you go one at a time, alternating those heel raises. Maybe you just lift one leg. That's okay too. And then, of course, if you want to make it a little bit harder, you can take your upper body and get those muscles engaged. Push your hands against the knees. Keep your arms straight and engaged. Keep the core tight and engaged. And then push into your knees as you lift those heels. Right? So you're essentially pushing against yourself. A little bit of a physical battle here. And just notice what that does to trying to get those heels raised, right? Pushing against one another. This one's definitely going to engage the whole body. You might start to build up a little bit of heat here, bring sweat. That is okay. Just make sure to monitor, make sure you're within reason, and you're feeling all right. Nice work, you guys. Keep it going here. A couple more. This one we always go over 10. I just can't seem to keep track. I get sidetracked by the music, feeling good with the movement, and that's okay. If you spent this whole time just dancing, totally your prerogative, right? Awesome work, you guys. All right, let's finish that up. And then we'll come on back to center. So, so good. You guys are doing great. Okay, so now we are going to go back to moving the legs here, and we will do marches. So seated marches or standing, and that's the option that you've been taking throughout. And so again, same thing with the spine, that we've got a few options here. You can sit all the way upright, maybe hold on to the chair, maybe lean all the way back. An even more intense balance challenge would be to bring your arms out, and then we're going to start to lift those legs. Right? Nice job. Keep those moving. Maybe I'm holding on to the chair. Maybe I'm leaning all the way back. Just start to lift those knees up to the ceiling. And if you just want to focus on one leg and you need a little assistance with the other hand, you can do that, right? Helping to lift that leg as you draw the knee up towards the ceiling. Right? So a couple options here. Maybe you're alternating. Maybe you're just doing one leg. That's okay. Modify it to your needs for today. So, so good, you guys. Keep it moving. Keep the breath flowing. You're doing awesome. All right, let's go ahead and finish up with those. Doing so good. Make sure that breath is moving. Like I said, we're moving bigger muscles here. They require a little bit more oxygen. So really ensure the inhales and the exhales are flowing. All right, I'm going to turn to the side to show the next one. These are our core holds. So we're really focusing on engaging our whole trunk here. Tightening the low belly, mid belly, feel your back engaged here. We want to keep our spine nice and long and lifted, and then bring up the legs, and then bring up the arms, right? And so our chest should be up. Make sure you're not rounding backwards or putting any weight in your low back. You want to be nice and long, legs out in front. And then of course, you always have a couple options, right? Maybe you lower one leg and keep one lifted. And if you want to hold that for 3, 5, maybe 10 seconds, and then release and switch it out, same thing, keeping that chest long, lifted here. Another variation is you can bring your hands down to either side, and then bring the legs up, right? So the spine is still long, still engaged, legs are lifted. And then of course, know that you always have the option of laying your spine just back onto the chair, right? So this is gonna take a lot of the workload out of the core, but you still wanna activate the core. Feel your belly tighten, feel your abs tighten, and then lift those legs as high as you can. Nice job, you guys. Keep the breath moving. Tuning into a little U2 here. Awesome job, you guys. I'm gonna show again, full expression from the side. And again, with any of your variations, you can either hold for 3, 5, 10 seconds, or maybe you wanna do reps. Right, nice, slow and steady. Either way, feeling the front of your body engage, feeling your entire trunk activate. So good, you guys. Keep that breath moving. And release. Whew. I tell you, those core holds really start to get you, right? We're using our whole trunk, our whole core, getting the legs engaged, really starting to activate everything. All right, guys, we're doing awesome. Just doing a time check here. And now we are going to move on to our last leg and core activity. So we'll come back to the side view so you guys can see this. We'll start from our core holds, and then we're gonna add some motion with the legs, right? So as if we're riding a bicycle here. Awesome job, you guys. Keep that breath moving. And again, a couple variations. Maybe you're just moving one leg, maybe you're alternating. However it feels best for you. If you want, you can use your arms, have a little bit more support beneath you, and then just move the legs. So good. Always, of course, having the option of bringing your spine against the chair and then bicycling from there. Nice job, you guys. Keep that moving, keep it going. I'll show you full expression one more time. Definitely starting to build up a sweat over here, getting a little warm, feeling good. Nice job, you guys, and relax. Woo! That one is a doozy. Doing so good. All right, come on back to our starting position. Let's take a breath to reset. Inhale, take a nice, deep, cleansing breath. Open mouth, exhale, let it all go. So good, you guys. If you ever start building some heat or you want to release anything, you can always use the breath to do that, right? So maybe you take a couple more inhales and exhales, really just moving the breath, flushing everything out. All right, I'm going to take a sip of water. I recommend you do the same. Make sure to stay hydrated. All right, you guys. So let's move on to our eye muscles. We've talked about this a lot the last couple of videos. Eye muscles are no different than any other muscle in the body, right? Think about everything you do with your eyes. You blink, you move them left to right, you look near, you look far. Everything that controls those movements are still muscles, right? So no different than a bicep curl or a core hold. We have to keep up the strength and the endurance for the eye muscles as well. So we'll walk you through this, but rule of thumb is to always keep your eyes on the thumb. Eyes stay on the thumb. So this first one, we're going to bring our thumb straight out. My eyes stay on the thumb. My head stays still. And then I move the thumb all the way around. Right? Big circles here with the thumb. Bring those eyes up and around. So good, you guys. Keep it moving. Nice job. Keep that breath flowing. We're going to go in one direction first. We'll take a quick break here, and then we'll do the opposite direction. So keep that head steady as your eyes follow. Let's do one more big one. And then come to center, close the eyes, and relax the arm. So good, you guys. Just let the eyes reset. Maybe give the shoulder a little rub here. Let that relax. Just like taking breaks in between bicep curls or any other big body movement, you want to do the same thing with the eyes, giving them the chance to rest, reset, and restore with oxygen. All right, we're going to go back through the exact same thing, except we're going in the opposite direction. So whichever way you moved your thumb last time, rotate it the other way. So bring the arm out, eyes open, and now I'm going counterclockwise. But feel free to go whichever direction is the opposite of the way you went last time. Nice job, you guys. So good. Keep it moving. You guys are doing great. Keep that breath flowing. We'll do a couple more just like that. Keep the head steady. Eyes follow the thumb. Nice job, you guys. One more big one just like that. And then bring that thumb back to center. Close the eyes and release the arm. So good, you guys. Doing fantastic. Make sure you take a nice couple of deep breaths here. Replenish the oxygen. Let those muscles settle. All right, the next one we're going to do here, same thing. Eyes follow the thumb, but this time the thumb stays still and the head will move side to side. So let's go ahead. I'll walk you through it. Bring your thumb out. Open the eyes. Keep your eyes stuck on the thumb. And then rotate that head left to right. Nice job, you guys. Keep those eyes focused on the thumb here. Moving left to right. You're doing so good. Really try to get those eyes to the sides of the sockets. Moving the head, but eyes stay steady. Nice job, you guys. One more each side. And come back to center and relax. Close those eyes. Give yourself a break. Maybe the arm's starting to get a little tired here. You can always switch out the arms or find another target if that works. All right, you guys, last one here. We're going to do the same thing. Keep the thumb in place. Keep the eyes on the thumb, and we're going to move our head up and down. So again, thumbs out, eyes open, eyes stay locked on the thumb, and then up and down. Up and down with the head, with the eyes stay steady. Focused on the thumb. So good, you guys. Keep it moving. You're doing great. Elton John coming in with some Tiny Dancer here. Or some Tony Danza, whichever version you sing. All right, you guys, one more up, one more down. Come back to center and let go. Close the eyes, soften the gaze. Doing so good. Let's take a breath here to reset with the eyes still closed. Inhale, nice cleansing breath, pull it in. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Releasing that energy, letting go of any heat buildup or anything you're holding on to. All right, you guys, go ahead, blink those eyes back open. Come on back into the space that you are in. Oh, we're doing so good, and we're almost done. We just have to move on to our mouth and our facial muscles. So take a sip of water, replenish, rehydrate. If you're doing a lot of talking like I am with these videos, the mouth can get really dry, can get a little tired. So make sure you fill up, stay hydrated. All right, you guys. And then once again, I will come closer to you. Okay, you guys are doing great. We are almost done here. Now we're going to move into the muscles of the face and the jaw. So again, right, like the eyes, we don't always think about those muscles because they're a little smaller. We don't use them to, pick up our fork or get dressed, but they're so important to the things that we need to stay alive, right? Our eyes for blinking, moving side to side. When it comes to the mouth and the cheek muscles, talking, swallowing, eating, even breathing, right? All those muscles are engaged. Our tongue muscle, right? If we didn't have full use of that, it would cause some complications. So just like we do, our bicep curls or our leg holds, whatever it is, we want to do the same thing with our mouth and our facial muscles. All right, so first, if you want, go ahead, massage out those cheeks, massage out the jaw, just feeling into the muscles, maybe even a little bit around the ears where that jaw attaches. Good. It's like a little neck massage, but for your cheeks, for your mouth. So, so good, you guys. All right, so this first one we're going to do is just open our mouth as wide as we can and then close it. So let's go. We'll try to do 10. I'll try to keep count. Go ahead, open that mouth and close. Awesome. Keep it going. Open that mouth and close. Close. Nice job, you guys. You're doing so good. Keep it up. Make sure you're still breathing with this. Mouth muscles, again, are no different. They need just as much oxygen as the rest of your body. Awesome job, you guys. One more just for good measure. Open the mouth and close. Awesome, awesome. You're doing so good. All right, this next one, always my favorite. We get to smile, right? So you really want to focus on pulling the corners of your mouth away from each other, into the cheeks, and up into the eyes, right? And then relax. Pull all those muscles up, smile big on both sides, and relax. Nice job, you guys. Keep it going. Maybe even to the point where you can start to feel the muscles get a little tense and a little tight, and then relax, right? Just like that bicep curl, pushing the muscle, engaging everything, and relaxing. So good, you guys. We're halfway there. Keep it going. Keep those smiles coming. Smile and relax. Smile and relax. Awesome work, you guys. Let's do one more. Finish off strong. Big smile and let go. So, so good. You guys are doing great. All right, this next one we're gonna keep smiling, but now we're gonna alternate it with the kissy pucker, right? So you can make the kissy noises if you want, pucker those lips up, and then smile. So good. Pucker their lips and smile. Good, so you're going back and forth between pulling your lips together, pushing them out, and then pulling everything back and smiling. Awesome. Pulling everything forward and then back. Nice job, you guys. Keep it going between smiling and puckering, going at your pace. If you need to take a break or a rest, no different than any other exercise, make sure you listen to your body. Couple more, smile and pucker. Smile and pucker. Keep it going, you guys. Last one. Finish with a big smile. Ah, awesome work. So good. Feel free to massage out the jaw here. Loosen any tension. So good, you guys. All right, this next one I'm going to describe and then I'll show because I can't do both at the same time. So what you want to do is make sure that you keep your lips sealed while you puff your cheeks up like a blowfish, fill them with air, and then with your lips sealed, you're going to push the air from side to side, right? So moving it from one cheek to the next. So I'll go ahead and show you. So good. Making sure to keep those lips sealed. A little air might come out, but really focus on keeping those lips together and then having that air shift from side to side. If you're using one hand, it looks something like this. Good. So just adding a little pressure to each side of the cheek as you move that air from side to side, all while keeping those lips sealed. You guys are doing so good. Let's go ahead and do one more set together. Awesome job, you guys. So good. We are finishing this hour out nice and strong. You're doing great. All right, next one. I always got to lick the lips a little bit. We're going to do lip smacks, right? So seal those lips together and then smack them wide open. Ready? So good, you guys. Again, seal those lips nice and tight and then pull the lips away from one another. Last one, good measure here. Ah, so good, you guys. You're doing awesome. All right, now we're gonna focus on the tongue, right? It's just another muscle. We've got to work it out the same. So this first one, we're gonna focus on going side to side, taking your tongue from each corner of the mouth to the next, right? So it looks a little something like this. Good. Now, what you want to make sure that you do is keep it nice and controlled. If you can go a little faster, that's okay. Right? But if you start to pick up speed and your tongue's going in different directions, slow it down, keep it controlled, and keep going. So good, you guys. You're doing really great. Let's finish that off. Awesome work, doing awesome. Okay, now we're gonna focus on the tongue again, but this time up and down, right? So look like this. Really good. If you can, touch your nose and then to your chin, nose to chin, but that's the direction we're going and keep it up. Again, with the speed, if you can go a little faster, feel free. But if you go faster and your tongue goes out of control, slow it down. Make sure that you're sticking with your targets, up and down. Awesome job, you guys. Really good. All right, we got 2 left. So this next one, again, I'll explain and then try to show. So you just want to have a little bite of the tongue here, clamping down on the tongue with your teeth. And then once you do that, swallow while holding on to your tongue. So it looks something like this. And my little head bob is me indicating that I'm swallowing over here, right? Good. This one's definitely a little tougher, so take your time with it. Really try to focus, and let's keep going. Got a little Madonna in the background. She's bringing in some Vogue. Let's make this Vogue, right? Oh, that last one was tough for me. All right, guys, one more good one here. Nice and strong. There you go. Awesome work. So, so good. All right, this last one, we are going to alternate from frowning to swallowing. Good. So big frown and swallow. Nice job, you guys. Keep it going. If your mouth is starting to feel a little dry, that's okay. Maybe take a sip of water, give yourself a little rest, and then try to finish off strong. Nice job, you guys. One more. Let's all finish together. Whew. All right, and then end it with a big smile because you guys are done. You finished. You did so good. I definitely feel like I've worked up a little bit of a sweat, got the blood flowing, energy picked up. Hopefully you guys are feeling the same. So as always, I like to begin and end movement with a little bit of breath. So let's take 3 more clearing breaths here. Pull the inhale in, nice deep cleansing breath. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Awesome. Let's do 2 more, just like that. Deep breath in and let it go. Last one, you guys. Big breath here and let it out. Awesome work. You guys did so great. So proud of you. Tomorrow might look a little different, and I forgot to mention this in the morning class, but I think we're going to do a repeat of the morning mindfulness because I will actually be in person at our facility tomorrow. So our afternoon class, this 1:30 class, we will be coming live from Easterseals. So we hope to see you guys for one of those classes. Thank you so, so much for joining. Keep moving, keep grooving. You're doing great, and hope you guys have a wonderful day. Take care.